everybody. It's Trixie. Welcome to the Underground. And are we coming up on the first anniversary of the show, John? Wasn't it in March that we started this?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know it was around springtime. I'm getting that. Oh, I took my bike in to be tuned up. Oh my God, $450. Can you believe it? I had to get everything. I had to get a new helmet. I had to get a light because I'm blind as a bat and I'll be falling down. I had to get new blue pedals to match my blue bike. My new gloves. Oh man, I went crazy. I just started picking things out. I think I have a shopping addiction. I don't know. I got that kind of personality where I just like to do a lot of everything. So I was watching Patriots Day on St. Patrick's Day. You know the movie Patriots Day about the marathon bombing? And Obama was in it. I just miss those days when our president could talk. Do you know? We haven't had a president who could speak since him. Speaking of presidents, maybe presidents who can't talk, RFK Jr. Now, John's telling me to beware. My sister's telling me she knows Democrats that are going to vote for him. Alyssa Farrah Griffin is telling me, watch out, he's polling at 10%. What dumbass is going to vote for the guy? I don't know any low information Democrats that are voting for him, but there could be. I mean, there's low information Trump supporters. They're all over the place. I'm thinking they would be more inclined to vote for him, but he is a Kennedy, so maybe there's some dumbasses around that think, oh, Kennedy. They see the name. But he wants to pick Aaron Rodgers for his running mate. I mean, don't you think that's kind of crazy? The guy that thought that Sandy Hook was like a government conspiracy or 9/11, I don't know. He's backtracked on this now, and that the kids were actors. Anybody who talks like this needs to be heavily medicated, you know? I don't like him as a football player. His teammates don't like him because he's one of those greedy guys that takes all the money and doesn't leave it for his teammates. You know, Brady, when he played, he was like, okay, I'll take a pay cut because I want you to sign good players so we can win another championship. But Aaron Rodgers is like, no, I want all the MVPs. I want all the accolades by myself. Selfish. No wonder no woman can stand him for too long. But yeah, I can't imagine him as vice president. That's ridiculous. Come on. A little bit about the Oscars. My mother was complaining about Jimmy Kimmel. I love Jimmy Kimmel. He can say anything. I still love him. And Bradley Cooper taking his mommy. So what? He took his mother. But Jimmy was saying, well, how often do you take a woman who's your mother on, you know, to the award shows until she's your date? So it's just a joke. Calm down, will you? Who cares? So he is dating Gigi Hadid. Do you know who that is? That young model? I didn't know they were dating. I mean, I know her mother, Yolanda, from Beverly Hills Housewives, and then they were as kids like just getting into modeling. Gigi and Bella, right? The two Hadids. But yeah, she's pretty though. He seems like he's like a Leo DiCaprio, like he can't get married or I don't know. There are some left out there. I'm not going to mention myself, but you know, we'll see what happens. You never know with me. Someone could come into my life and I'll be like, yeah, but I don't think so. So where was Warren Beatty? He was not there to support Annette Bening, which I didn't like that, you know. She's got that new show. I watched it and I was like, I tried to get into it. It was okay, but I fell asleep. That's how I know something's boring. I fall asleep. Just every time my cat sits on me, I fall asleep. I got to get her off. But so Taylor Swift and Travis rushed back from Singapore to go to one of those parties, and not just any party, but Madonna's ultra exclusive after Oscars party called The Party. No cameras allowed. But yeah, that must have been exciting, huh? 10 signs your relationship will last. This is by Psychology. Mutual respect. That's kind of a big thing, right? Mutual respect. Listening. Effective communication. That means you got to listen to her droning on. Are you kidding me? Drone on and on. You actually got to listen to your wife. Yeah, that matters. If they're interesting, I listen. But sometimes people just, I don't know. I kind of just space off and daydream. Yeah. Effective communication, dreams, fears, open, honest. I could do that. That's easy. Shared goals and values. Yes, you have to have the same travel destinations that you want to go to. Ambitions, kindness. I mean, definitely. I agree with that. Quality time. Yeah, I don't mind just seeing somebody like once a week. You know, I think that would be all right. Although I kind of like to have sex 3 times a week, so maybe I got to up it a little bit. Healthy conflict resolution. You know, like how you fight. I would think that's definitely, you know, Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton used to have this thing where like, don't call me fat. You know, things like that. You can't call each other names or like, you know, the B word. But, you know, stand your ground. Don't be a wimp. But, you know, listening to her or him, even though you don't agree on something. Independence. Don't be morphing into one another. That's a big one. And yeah, I see people doing this. Like you lose yourself to be with the other person or to just not create waves. Trust. This is the biggest one for me. You got to be able to this is my problem too. Trust your partner and being honest. Like I'm honest, but like I don't know about the other person. And once somebody lies to me, I'm like, it's over. It's over. Laughter. Well, I can make people laugh. That's easy. No problem there. I'm good at making people laugh. Couples who laugh together, stay together. 9 ordinary moments. You know what that means? You got to mean boredom. Routines. Watching movies together. Just sitting there talking. I mean, I guess I could do that as long as it's not like every day. Every damn day. Boring. Forget it. 10, unconditional love. You know, not just being there when it's good, but being there when it's bad. So, a little bit on Vanderpump. I'm going to get into the reality TV right away. Ariana saw a FaceTime video recording of Sandoval and Raquel, right? So, Raquel is now suing Sandoval and Ariana for recording it and Ariana for sharing it with her friends. Maybe her podcast isn't doing so well. She wants to sue. Rachel and Raquel, they're the same person. I don't know what she calls herself. Spoke to Lisa Vanderpump, and she's mad at Tom for asking her to lie to everybody. That would be a problem for me, too. I mean, everybody's wondering why, there's these Vanderpump things on Facebook, like they're making him out to be the worst person in the world. No, he's not, but he's just not contrite. He doesn't really admit what he does wrong. I mean, that's the problem. Everybody makes mistakes, but like how you deal with it after. And then he says life is lying. Who the heck thinks like this? Life is lying. He denies saying it, but he's a lying narcissist. So I guess she blocked him. Good. You should block him because he's kind of toxic, People are calling for him to be thrown off the show because nobody really likes him. Nobody wants to film with him. And I saw the previews. Ariana kind of walks away from him when he's trying to talk. I think his time is up. I guess she doesn't love him anymore, right? Raquel doesn't love him. It probably never was love. It was just like sex, So coming this season on Vanderpump, James sees kids with Allie. Allie doesn't want kids with him. I don't know. Maybe she can see she's into the astrology and things. Katie makes out with a girl. I didn't know she used to date women. Maybe she, after Tom, if I was her, I might go with a girl too. Sheena doesn't think she will be with Brock forever. Why do you marry these people? You don't think you're going to... Forever is a long time. Very long. I think I'll get married at age 80. That way I only got a few years left. Brittany and Jax, boom, they're done. They're done. So The Valley starts this Tuesday. The producers picked up the filming after they wrapped up to catch their problems. That's what they did during Vanderpump after Scandoval. They picked up the cameras. Come on, we got to catch the juice. So Brittany says, I don't feel like he's attracted to me. We don't have sex ever. That's pretty bad. Like when the sex is gone, like I'd be out the door. Sorry. Then you're just like, roommates, whatever. 47% of parents financially support adult children over 18. 18, okay, I can see that. When they get in their 20s, kick them out. This is according to a report by savings.com. That's $1,384 a month. Can't they get a job? I had 4 at that time. I had 4 jobs when I was in my 20s, but I still was living with mommy, How do you know if your boyfriend, girlfriend is in love with you? Here we go. They listen to you, number 1. Number 2, they show interest in your life. Number 3, make sacrifices. This is a lot of work. I'm looking at this. I'm like, do I have this in me? 4, respects boundaries. Need my space. Get away from me. You're a stage 5 clinger. Number 5, there during the tough times. Having a bad day. See ya. I'm not like that, though. I'm a sticker. That's what my mommy says. I'm a sticker. Number 6, makes future plans. That is a big one. I remember that one on relationships that weren't going well. You're like, hey, what are you going to do? No, nothing with you. Number 7, cares about your well-being. Number 8, supports you and shares your success. This is a good person. If they can do all that, they're good. 10 reasons your relationship sucks. Number 1, constant criticizing. Number 2, lack of communication. It's the opposite of what I just said. 3, defensiveness. 4, walking on eggshells. I know people that do that because their partner's like, you can't really talk to them about things because they don't admit anything. That's a problem. The Sandoval problem. Number 5, lack of trust. Again, Sandoval. Number 6, lack of empathy. Trump. Number 7, losing yourself. Number 8, constant unhappiness. Geez, you really need this is like, obviously, these are all red flags. Number 9, lack of vision for a shared future. Number 10, your gut. Yeah, no kidding. Trust your intuition. I use it all the time. It works for me, right? That's why I'm alone. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Reunion Part 3. Sutton passed out, had to be taken in an ambulance to the hospital because Kathy Hilton walked out and then she was going to go after Sutton. I know that. So the question was, who's most afraid of Kathy? And then Sutton flung back in her chair and started shaking. The paramedics came. Kathy calls it a hot flash. She's beyond hot flash. You're 49 years old. It's bound to happen, Kathy says. I've never had a hot flash like that. Paramedics having to come? I don't think so. She had a panic attack. That's my opinion. Sutton said she was scared, and Kathy said, why? You could tell Kathy was going to lay into her. The paramedics took her blood pressure. It was her pulse was high. Her blood pressure was fuming up the floor, up the roof. Andy was fanning her with his index cards. Erica was asking Kathy, how have you been during all this? Kathy's like, good, talking about Christmas. Erica says she has neuropathy. This was talking about Sutton. My mother would know what that is. I don't really know what neuropathy is. Kathy said, I don't know what that is. Oh my God, I'm like, Kathy, she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know how to turn on a fan, for crying out loud. Sutton left the reunion in slippers. So on her way to the hospital, Kathy said she was going to go after her next. She thinks she knew it. I think Sutton definitely knew it. That's why she passed out. Garcelle went with her to the hospital, which I think is a good friend. And again, Sutton carried, Merce. They had his ashes. I thought they flung him on the in Barcelona, but I guess she had some left. She takes his ashes everywhere to the reunion. So Kyle and Mauricio, Andy was really grilling Kyle about why they broke up, and Kyle did not want to say it, but I'm thinking maybe cheating. That's been going on for years, like the cheating rumors. She said issues that made her lose her trust, she wasn't able to recover from. So I guess everybody has these issues, not cheating issues, but issues in a relationship, and then maybe you get too busy and you don't want to deal with it, so you brush them. She was having kids to raise. Then they came back up, she said. They had pictures of him with women in Aspen. Well, he's separated. He can do what he wants. She thought the marriage would come back. It didn't. So they're still living in the same house. Is this a new thing? You break up with someone you're married to and you're living in the same house? I can't stand it for a week. I would not do that. I would just stay with a friend or something. It would be more fun. I don't know. Morgan Wade. Oh boy, Andy was grilling her about, would you go with Morgan? What's going on with Morgan? And she was really thoughtful about it, but she said, no, there's nothing going on. But she doesn't know the future, thinking that, she says, I love her, she's hot, which is definitely saying something. Everybody thought they were lovers. Crystal said it. Kathy thought it. Dorit saw the Instagram photos. Anne-Marie, she said that Morgan made her feel loved. And Garcelle's so funny, because she went to the doctor with her. Yeah, because that is a personal thing, going to the doctors. The Morgan music video, the kiss on camera, Kyle was nervous but curious, admittedly. And she said she's not a couple with her, but Andy asked her if she had feelings, and she said, I love her, she's my friend. So Morgan, I think, she went to fly to see Morgan's concert 2 weeks later, and I guess it was written about that Morgan was kind of ignoring her, but Kyle was front and center in the front row. Brandy Glanville is accusing Andy Cohen of sexual harassment. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's just coming from her is strange, because she's the one who attacked, what's her name from New Jersey Housewives, Caroline Manzo, grabbed her vagina. So she sent a legal letter saying that I guess he was intoxicated, and he sent her a video message saying he was going to sleep with a Bravo star that night while thinking of her, inviting her to watch it. Andy's just nuts anyway, but Brandy, maybe she needs money or something. I can't imagine her being, she felt trapped and disgusted. Come on. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Cohen released a statement, very clearly a joke, saying Brandy was in on it, but it was inappropriate and I apologize. At least he apologized. But, he's nuts when he's drunk. Remember those New Year's Eve things with Anderson Cooper? So Trump said he'd be open to cutting entitlements, including Social Security. Now, all the old people like Trump, this is what you're going to get. Cutting, we're already getting cut. Come on. When I turn 69, they're only going to be able to pay off 75%. I'm going to be working till I'm 90 with no teeth. Biden said, not on my watch. The House voted to ban TikTok. Pelosi was calling it tic-tac-toe or whatever. I don't know. Oh boy. I'm not on TikTok. I don't know if it's harmful, but I guess it is to kids. I don't know, but Chinese own it. But the Chinese have more restrictions, obviously, than we do. Look at, the way they live. But as of right now, we're free. Trump I guess he wanted to ban it when he was president, and now he doesn't want to ban it because he met a Republican donor. Of course he's up for sale. He's got a major stake in TikTok's parent company. So, yeah, Trump, he owes a lot of money to all these women who he harassed. Okay, one more thing before I go. If a woman is in love with you, she will display these 7... What am I in with the love? This isn't Valentine's Day. 7 behaviors. She listens deeply. Asks questions. Number 2, she includes you in her future. Says we instead of I. Yes. She values your opinion. She shows vulnerability. She respects your freedom. This is all the same thing I've been talking about. Won't try to control you. I kind of like that. I want to be controlled. Number 6, she challenges you. She will push you out of your comfort zone. Oh my God, no. She supports you through thick and thin when you're lower than the dust. Hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. I'm thinking Valentine's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I didn't go to the parade. I'm sorry. John's like, where are you? John thinking I was going to show up. He told me not to. So thanks again for supporting me. I still have my wig here. Love you guys. See you again next week. You're looking like a 20-year-old, John.